And just finish, I've got a lot of kind of, on chat boards and things, people always talking about whether you've fallen out with Steve and Karl or not. Is that...
I know. Well, that's because it's not. I purposely don't answer them because it annoys them.
Right. Feel free to not answer them.
No. I haven't. It's like we've been doing. I've always been doing my own thing, and now they are as well. And no, not at all. This the divorce thing, or it's so.
Who would keep Karl, you or Steve?
Oh, I would.
Right.
Yeah.
Get custody. Right. In a little cupboard.
I would imagine nothing phases you. Or does it? Did any of that phase you?
It has. You see, it's weird because all this travelling has changed me. When you think, when I did Idiot Abroad, which was like 2009.
Yeah.
I was a bit funny about putting some trunks on a beach in Brazil. And then you look at that, dancing about in Times Square in undies.
I know.
So it just goes to show, travelling does have an effect on you. It does change you.
It does very much.
For the better
so.
or not, I don't know.
No, probably for the better, I would think. But you don't strike me as somebody, you're not in telly for the fame, because you could quite happily sort of like, kind of done that now.
God, yeah. I think I've had enough. I know I've said that before, right, on other things, but I think now, when you get into a point of, dressing up as a woman for a day and all that, you start running out of things to see anyway.
And you said you've got a bad back.
Got a really bad back, from all the travelling, because I'm sat on planes for 12 hours or whatever. Get off a plane, dancing about with a tribe. So my back goes from doing nothing to doing a lot.
Right.
And I've just, what is it? It's my L5S1.
Oh dear.
On the bottom of my back, my discs.
That's not good.
Squashed discs. So, I think I've just got to knock it all on the head.
And you have said before that you're quite lazy, or you like to just kind of chill out. This is maybe like too much hard work.
I wouldn't say I'm lazy.
No.
A bit, but not. I think what it is, I like doing jobs where you do something and you see the end result at the end of the day. Telly takes too long.
Right.
Or it's there's too many people involved, so you can't sort of take ownership of it. Why do you do it? You've been doing this for ages.
I've been doing it for a long time, but live telly's brilliant, love, because it doesn't take ages. It is what it is. It starts at 7:30, finishes at 9:30. Happy days. Nobody can say do it again because you're doing it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
well, no one can say to me do it again, but it's just all messing about.
Yeah,
and it's good. It's good. I mean, I shouldn't moan. The rate's good.
Yeah.
For what what I have to do, but it's just there comes a point when you go, you shouldn't just do stuff for money.
No, that's true.
That you soon get sick of that. And I've got everything I want now. I've got a nice house, and I think that's why I've had enough.
But maybe you just have a wee rest, and maybe we can tempt you back to do other things.
I can't see it.
No,
can't see it honestly. How long have you been doing this?
31 years.
30 or 31.
Yeah. I know, you're in shock and awe. Shock and awe, yes. Shock and awe. Well, look, the series starts. When does it start? It starts very soon.
So
it's out now.
It's out now. This is for the DVD.
Oh, right, OK.
You were just saying you loved it. You haven't even seen it.
No, I have
It's been on for 6 weeks.
No, I saw bits of it. I didn't see all of it, obviously, but I saw lots of chunks.
Messing about on your phone instead of it's on, you'll be like everyone else.
Texting. Karl Pilkington is
Pilkington.
Pilkington. What did I say?
Oh, you've said it 3 different ways.
Have
I don't know how you managed it. It's a good start, isn't it? It doesn't
You
matter.
say it, then I'll say
Pilkington.
Pilkington.
Just as it's written.
What did I say?
Easy.
Did I say Pilkington?
I really don't know.
Anyway, Karl is probably best known as the Idiot Abroad. Thanks to the I know, that's rude. Thanks to the travel series created by his pals Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant. For his latest comedy project, though, he's on his own, playing a middle-aged man haunted by voices in his head. So, sick of it, start Karl Pilkington.
Well done.
Phew, thank you. Joins me now. It's really good to see you.
Cheers for having us on again.
You do make me laugh. And this thing, he just kind of lurches from crisis to crisis, doesn't he?
He's just a bloke who's fed up.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people are, aren't they?
I think a lot of people are. I mean, how much of that fella is you?
It is me, really.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I mean, some of the problems that's going on in his head come from a real place,
right, okay.
But then the stories round them sort of made up. So, You can still hear it. Is it still playing there?
Yeah, no. We're just showing you being you in that.
So I think a lot of little problems that people can relate to.
No, definitely.
People have seen it and enjoyed it for that.
Because I think a lot of people are sick of a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it seems that way, doesn't
it?
Everyone's a bit sort of...
Everybody's a bit down. We need... And actually sometimes...
No, I think it is. I think it's news.
Do you?
I'm trying to cut news out.
Right. That might be quite drastic. Do we not need news?
Well, but how much? How much should you have? When I was growing up, it was just like 6:45 news.
Yeah.
But now we're bombarded by it, and I wonder if we're getting too much.
I think you're right, because we're getting an awful lot of news and we're not getting an awful lot of analysis.
No.
We get constant information.
Well, they say the more you know you don't know.
That's very true.
And it gets you down. It's like, like years ago with smoking, when it first came out, doctors said, you want to smoke?
Aye, doctors and doctors.
It's good for you.
Yeah.
And I think in years to come, people will be saying, we all went wrong and there was too much news. We all went a bit mad with it.
Too much news.
So cut out the news, watch sick of it.
Cut out the news and it'll be fine. Do you worry about things like coronavirus? Do you get sort of, or is that too big? Is it me small things that annoy you?
Yeah, it's little niggly things. I think that's out of your hands a bit, isn't it? Or it's in your hands.
Yeah, I know. That's why you have to
wash your hands.
We do.
But yeah, I try not to worry about the big stuff. I don't think you can. Otherwise, you'd never leave the house.
No, that's very true. And life is hard, and we all just have to get on with it, I think, as best we can.
Do.
Now, look, what about Ricky Gervais? This is a quote, if people don't know it. He said, this is Ricky Gervais saying this, not me. Received wisdom says there's a fine line between a genius and an idiot. Not true. Carol's an idiot, plain and simple, very simple. Some people have proclaimed him a genius, but they're idiots. Now, Ricky and you, would you get back together again, like a sort of boy band? You know, the way that they do.
Yeah, but is that a good? Is a boy band getting back together a good idea?
Well,
ever?
Take That was a good idea, don't you think? Take That, maybe. No, OK, we're going to fight.
I just think you've got to leave things.
Right.
They were good.
They had their time.
People liked them at the time. Okay. You bring them back, it's never as good.
Right.
I think people like the idea of going back to something they liked when they were younger.
Sure.
I mean, we stopped doing the podcasts about... Well, Idiot Abroad was 10 years ago.
Was it really?
10 years ago.
Wow.
And people are still going on about it.
I know, but that's because people loved it.
Yeah, but I wonder if it came back now, if people wouldn't like it, because, things have changed, haven't they, with, sensibilities and that.
No, that's true. Oh,
probably offend everyone.
There you are.
I mean, does anyone want to see that again?
I don't know. I think they might.
There's me there.
And there's you. Yeah, I know what you mean, though. Things do change. And so if after that, you kind of almost retired a little bit, but then you got a bit bored.
I had a go at retirement.
Yeah, it didn't work.
I think I did 5. In fact, last time I was on here, I said to you, I've had enough.
I know, I remember.
Knocking it on the head. Can't be doing with it.
I'm out of here.
But it's hard.
Is it?
Everybody sort of has that dream of retirement. That's what everyone's aiming at, innit? Mm-hmm. Don't have to work anymore.
Yeah.
But take that out of your life and you just... What's the point in getting up in the morning?
So you get a bit bored then?
Got really bored, was driving the girlfriend up the wall, I was taking things apart that didn't need taking apart, letting things annoy me. Do you know how you get chicken fat in between the doors in an oven?
Yes.
Things like that bothered me. It was my main aim to I've got to get rid of that, which isn't healthy. So you've got to have something to worry
get
about.
Up for.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, things and things that you can do something about. What makes you happy? If I was to say to you today, I could do something for you that would make you happy, what would it be?
Getting my name right.
That's true.
I think.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I'll tell you what. I'm looking forward to getting home. At the moment, it's been a wet winter and I've got a lot of algae and moss on the driveway.
That drives you mad, doesn't it?
So I'm enjoying. I started it yesterday, and I really like that. Like that thing that's really simple process, but you feel like you're doing something. At the end, you can step back and go, I've done that.
I achieved this.
I've achieved that.
And you feel
it looks better.
Yes.
I've done it.
And that's
so
it's
simple
smug
things like
feeling.
that.
That's slightly sort of you feel quite smug about that. It's like when you tidy your knicker
Other people pay to have it done.
This is true.
And it's like, well, I can do this.
Exactly, of course you
And
can.
I think that's good for your head, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It is. You're absolutely right.
Cleaning. Cleaning, yeah.
Cleaning is really good.
Yeah.
Cleaning is great. I agree with you 100%. So, next, are we going to see more? Have you been sick of it, or
honestly,
what's happening?
I think this has come to an end. I think it's got a nice end,
OK.
This. It's out on DVD, by the way. That's why we're here today. So It's been out on Sky.
Right.
Watch it on Sky on demand if you've got Sky. If you haven't, whilst you're out panic buying, grab a DVD. You've got to stay in, give it a watch.
Give it a watch.
I don't think there'll be any more
No.
of this.
Right.
I think it's got a nice end, and I really don't know what. I'm not one of those people who has a 5-year plan.
I got you.
I'm not into lining up a job before I've finished the last. I like to do one thing, get that done, see what happens. So this might be the end. You might never see me again.
I think we will.
You might not, though. I'm just saying.
Okay, Mr.
A lot of people will be happy about that.
Mr. Pilkington.
Oh, you still got it wrong.
Pilkington.